This is my living room right now, and as it stands, it's not terrible, but I think it could be a whole lot better. In this video, I'm going to be upgrading, decorating, and just making this room a vibe. Make sure to watch all the way through the end because you're definitely going to get some tips on how to make your room more aesthetic. But we're not there yet. We have to go back all the way to 2023 when I first moved in this house. Let's start with my TV that I hung up on the wall. This is my 85-inch Samsung Smart TV, and I absolutely love this thing. I got it back in 2023 on a President's Day sale for like 40% off, and honestly, I'm pretty stoked on this purchase. I've had it for about 2 years now, and it's served its purpose completely. So we got the mount mounted to the wall, and then we hung the TV up itself. And since my house was a brand new build, it actually had holes in the wall to run the cables through, which made everything super easy. Below the TV, I have this entertainment center from IKEA, and it took us a long time to hang it on the wall, honestly. Since I've been focused on so many other projects, I've never really organized this whole entertainment center. So that's what we're gonna do today. I took all the consoles out, and in this entertainment center, I actually have a Wii, a Nintendo Switch, an Xbox, and a PS5. And that's way too many HDMIs, so I actually added this HDMI switch. That way I can add all 4 of them with one HDMI input. Now it does have a remote, but it auto switches for whatever console is on, which is a lifesaver. Now I got it at Best Buy for like $30, and honestly the best purchase I bought. Which brings me to the actual decorum of the room. There's absolutely nothing on the walls besides this nanoleaf thing in the corner, and honestly it's time to change that. I was looking everywhere to try to find cool posters, and I finally found a place that I can do that. This is Drool. It's a website that helps small artists sell their prints. Drool is pretty much the go-to store for unique or contemporary art prints, and it's a place to discover and shop alternative artworks. Now that probably sounds like it's sponsored, but it's not. I genuinely like their products, and I think that they did a great job with all the prints that I have. Now personally, I didn't want to buy them framed because they're a little bit more expensive, so I actually bought some frames on Amazon for a cheaper price and just bought them in bulk. Here's a mini time lapse of me putting all of the posters in the frames. It took me a while to figure out what kind of placement I wanted, and after a while I kind of came up with this, and honestly I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys think down below and how I can really improve this, because honestly I thought I did a pretty good job. Also, if you made it this far in the video, comment cookie in the comment section and I'll reply to everybody who does that. After I got all my posters hung up, I wanted to direct my attention to the right side of this TV. A long time ago I hung up some nanoleaf lines here and I absolutely love them. But I think a few things can go in this corner that will make it a lot better. On Amazon, I bought this fake plant and unboxed it. And the moment I put it in the corner, I changed my mind. It was not as advertised. So I grabbed my IKEA one that I had from my room and I put it out here because I think it looks a lot better. And to the right of that, I have a little round wooden/wire basket table thing that I got at Target for like 20 bucks. And it allows people to put drinks or whatever on it, but it also hides blankets for people if they're cold because I like to keep my house at like 68 degrees. If you keep your house anything hotter than 70, you're pretty much insane. And speaking of insane, I really wanted to get as many lights in this room to make it as vibey as possible. So I started with underneath the entertainment center. And since it's floating, it'll actually give a really cool effect if I add some Govee IC lights, which that's exactly what I did. Once I was done with that, I actually unboxed this brand new light that I got for the entertainment center on the top. This is Lofttech and their RGB sphere. Essentially, it's just an RGB lamp that you can put anywhere and it doesn't need to be plugged in or anything, which is pretty cool. You just have to charge it every so often, which kind of sucks, but not a huge deal. On top of all of that, I do have some lighting behind my TV and on the right side of the wall with the nanoleaf lines. And with all that together, it creates such an insane vibe, especially at night while listening to music or watching a show or even just playing some games. For the sound system in my living room, I use the Sony Bravia Theater 9 bar with the 13 speakers and Dolby Atmos. On top of that, I also have the Sony Sub, and they sent me both of these, and it is incredible. The sound system alone is almost $2,000, and it is one of the best sound systems I've ever owned. Huge shout out to Sony for sending this to me, and if you want to check it out, I'll have it linked in the description. Moving on to some of the more miscellaneous things I have throughout this setup. In the center of the room, I have this coffee table that I got from Amazon, and it is pretty nice. Top actually pulls up so you can use it as like a food tray, and it is pretty sweet. It also has a storage compartment underneath that and on the side. Below the coffee table, I have a rug that I got from IKEA, and I've had it for a while now. Kind of like cream with like black dots everywhere. It's pretty chill. To the left of the TV, I have a cat tree, and I have some TV trays for extra guests if they need to eat as well. On top of that, I have this chair I got from Wayfair, and I absolutely love this metal frame chair. It's wide, comfortable, and it's one of Mochi's favorite spots. Moving on to my favorite thing in the living room, my race sim. I built this thing a couple months back in December, and Next Level Racing sent me everything you see here, besides the PC and the monitor. Frame is the GT Elite Lite from Next Level Racing. Installation process was pretty difficult, and I honestly haven't gotten to moving this thing because it's extremely heavy. So it's staying in the living room, and since this is a living room video, it's included. The PC in this build is a 4070 Ti and a i7-13700K. That's pretty much all you need to know. The seat in this build is the ERS4 Elite, and it's honestly pretty comfortable. It's next level. Haha, you see what I did there? Okay, getting back to the build. The monitor for this build is a 34-inch Dell, has a curved IPS panel at 240 Hz, which it's pretty insane. For the wheel and pedals, Moza actually sent out their R5 line. They also sent me out a shifter and a handle brake, but I can't do that until my plate comes, so no stress there. Let me be honest, the R5 is one of the best wheels I've actually used in a race sim. It has a great force feedback, and the pedals feel really responsive as well. For the sound system in this setup, I have my old Bose speaker that I just kind of hooked up and put on the back of the monitor, which it worked out pretty good. If I want to race with friends, I just have this wireless headset I have hooked up. Again, a huge thank you to Next Level Racing and Moza again for sending me this entire rig. It's pretty badass. And here's everything put together. All the posters on the wall, the new lighting, and everything all together. I'm really excited to hang out in this new space, and I'm super excited that I got to share it with you guys, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe because I have a bunch of fun projects, and thank you guys again for 105K. YouTube thinks you're going to watch this video next, so I would definitely do that.